Whatever the world throws at you, take it on.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song.
Be unstoppable. The all-new 2015 Ford Edge.
Time for our Tech Star Kubota New Holland post-game interview. Coach, you led at the half 21-14. Just to tell the two halves, pretty simple.
They took it to us. They made no bones about what they were going to do in the second half. They were trying to pass the ball like they had early, the last 3 or 4 games, and then they came out and they put one of the best football players in the country's hands. And he got us on a draw to start the second half. And you've seen him running open field like he has against everybody. And then he went back to zone, which we knew they were going to do it. Just physicality. We got in situations that we could stop them, and we didn't. And get them in long yardage, and we made silly penalties. And then offensively, we just disappeared in the second half. Non-existent. And the defense had to defend in the short field and couldn't get no rhythm. I don't think after the first kickoff, how many times they had the ball behind the 50-yard line there in the second half, and you can't do that. So especially when the game gets so physical and your numbers are so light in the freshmen, with especially our defensive line. Almost all of them are freshmen except for Varnado and Malcolm McDuffin. And once a sophomore senior, we just took so many reps. They just weighed on us, and we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough lead to be able to sit in there and tackle consistently. Then, like I said, offensively, I don't know what happened in the second half, but we just weren't able to move the ball at all.
Was the turning point in the game, and I don't remember, Coach, if it was 24-21 or 28-24, but when Donovan Thompson fumbled at the goal line, you got the touchback, and then your offense couldn't make him pay. Was that the turning point?
And a lot to say with Brandon. They got him on a trick play, kind of a walk-off play, and he came off of it like it was run, but he had enough effort to chase the guy down and cause the fumble. And then we got the ball deep right here, but we still got the ball with no touchdown, and we got the ball, and then we don't do anything with it. And they took the momentum. And momentum in the game of football, you see it in all sports, and we just weren't able to take the momentum back from them. But that should have been the time. It's a huge place, 28-24. We get a great effort out of a fifth-year senior that just busted it down, causes the fumble. We get the ball, and we don't do anything with it. And it was just kind of the story after that. And then after that, it was the short field all night for us, and deep field position offensively. We just couldn't get anything going. I had to look at the film and find out what it was. You see missed tackles, Casey, but you see them. The game was very physical. I don't feel like that they laid down. I just think that they physically got us there in the second half. And I don't know how many plays defensively we played, but we didn't play very many offense. We couldn't establish a drive at all there in the second half.
Coach, you return home next week to host Texas A&M Kingsville at 7 o'clock. Talk about that matchup. They almost pulled off the upset over Midwestern. That'll be a tough ball game.
Yeah, it's a barn burner down there. They got better, as the years gone on. They're kind of like us. They play a good half, and then they don't play so well. It's the same guys, and they're playing with a young football team also, and it's going to be a barn burner. And we got to line down and we got to play our best football. I'm interested in how we finish, and that's the key for us, how we're going to finish, and then to create momentum in the off season, momentum that they can start to believe. And if we need to win. First we got to think about Kingsville, but we need to win the last 2 football games to give ourselves an opportunity. To have momentum and have confidence. That's the key thing. These last 2 games are probably the most important 2 games that they'll play in their life. And if we can do that, we can generate some offseason and get with Coach Cole and develop these young kids. Because I'm telling you, they're going to be good. You see flashes of them. And at times they play really well. At times they just make rookie mistakes. I try to do a lot defensively tonight, more than we did there in the first half. And then when they line down, you got to line down with a 4-man front. We couldn't play with the 3-man that we was doing there in the first half. But I just want these kids to get some confidence and some momentum because they are playing hard. When you see them hurt because they lose, that's what's important to me. They care. My guys up there, they're crying their eyes out. They're frustrated. They're upset. They're looking for me for guidance, and then I'm going to guide them through it because that's what the game of football is about. But if they ever quit caring, that's when you say, all right, but they hurt. They hate losing, and they want to get that confidence back, and they played hard tonight. We just, in the end, they couldn't do anything offensively. The best football player in the country. That sucker is a great football player. I don't know where he's going to play on Sunday. He can play wide receiver. He can run. He can play quarterback, and they made no mission. Let's put the ball in the best player in the country's hands, and they did that, and we couldn't answer it.
That's our Tech Star Kubota New Holland post-game interview with head coach Kerry Fowler. Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck preparing for Kingsville.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.